What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. Okay, before we get started, this episode is brought to you by Layback TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, multiple HBOs, multiple languages. Check them out on laybacktv.com, LAYBACKTV.com. They're the number one, okay? Where you can check out the Super Bowl going down this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? With the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, unfortunately. But the Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar, with SZA. Now, let's get into some wrestling talk. Whoa! Holy shit. The Royal Rumble. Shit went down. This shit went down. And I must say, let me give a shout out to Paul Levesque, a.k.a. Triple H, who is the first ballot of the WWE Hall of Fame of 2025. Nick Khan and the entire production team, the talent, the coaches, the producers, all at WWE/TKO for an impressive Royal Rumble event. I'm not going to lie, this falls on one of my top 5 Royal Rumbles of all time. You know what I'm saying? I personally, I'm not biased, but greatest Royal Rumble I ever experienced was Royal Rumble 1995, where you got Shawn Michaels, the winner of the Royal Rumble, going to WrestleMania 11, Bret the Hitman Hart and Big Daddy Cool Diesel for the WWE title, vacated WWE tag titles, 1, 2, 3 Kid, Bob Sparkplug Holly against Bam Bam Bigelow, R.I.P., and Tatanka of the $1 Million Corporation. What other matches were there? Oh, Jeff Jarrett against the bad guy Razor Ramon, a.k.a. Scott Hall, R.I.P., for the Intercontinental Championship, and Aaron R. Shyster, IRS, taking on The Undertaker. That was back in 95. That was one of the greatest ones I ever witnessed. But this was up there. This is so crazy how we come from arenas, small arenas, big arenas, to ballparks in Tropicana Ballpark over in Tampa last year, to now we're in a fucking stadium for the Royal Rumble, and this is one of three. This is one of three one of three events of the deal for WWE and Indianapolis, the city of Indianapolis, Indiana, where they closed out a deal. Well, they closed out a deal where Indianapolis will get 3 events at their Lucas Oil Stadium: Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and WrestleMania. And just the first event in Indianapolis, you know, home of the Indianapolis Colts, how much? What can I say? They did it. They actually did it. And if Royal Rumble looked like this, imagine SummerSlam. You know, imagine WrestleMania. I don't know what years they're gonna be. If I had my pick, I think SummerSlam is gonna be next, because you know the biggest event out of all of them is WrestleMania. So, knowing that that's the biggest event, that's gonna be probably saved for last. I mean, yeah, I mean, we're getting WrestleMania this year in Vegas. We're getting SummerSlam later this year. What they said it was gonna be, can't recall where they said it was gonna be yet. But it's MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. You know, home of the New York Giants and the New York Jets, mainly the Giants. So this is incredible. Indianapolis really fucking delivered. So let's go through it. We're gonna rate everything that happened, and I'm going to let y'all fuckers know that my calls were on point for a lot of this. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. The WWE Tag Team Championships on the line in the 2 out of 3 falls match. DIY with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go, guys. They defended against Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin of the Motor City Machine Guns, former champions as well. You know what I'm saying? So, Give you a little bit more of a leverage there. There you go, guys. Oh my God, I'm sorry. This is unprofessional. There we go. Now we talking. But yeah, it was 2 out of 3 falls. I thought this was going to be the least interesting match, to be honest, because of the simple fact that we saw this match. DIY took the tag team titles away from the Motor City Machine Guns, and now it's a 2 out of 3 falls match. I'm like, what's the storyline behind this and everything? And now look what happened. Street Profits interfered in the match, and look what happened. They caused the Motor City Machine Guns the titles, the match, so they didn't get the final fall because it was one apiece. And then even though DIY actually got the pinfall, they also were attacked by Street Profits. I like this. Street Profits this is a storyline that got added to this original storyline, and it got spicy. I'm glad Street Profits got their moment during the Royal Rumble event, and it's gonna be even crazier to see where this goes. Now they're putting a little bit more interesting storyline behind the WWE Tag Team Championships. If they can do the same thing on Raw with the World Tag Team titles, I think we go somewhere. These are new titles. I like it better than what the 2 fucking Trojan soldiers that, first they had black straps with the bronze fucking plates, then they had red and blue straps with motherfucking silver plates. It was just a little awkward, little weird. I'm loving how the tag team titles got separated again, and they got new ones. The World Tag Team titles, I'm still trying to figure out them. It's a new look, if I'm being honest, but the WWE Tag Team titles got a little bit of flair of the golden era / attitude era tag team championships. Titles that were worn by Smoking Guns, Yokozuna and Owen Hart, Owen Hart and British Bulldog, the Legion of Doom, Bubba Ray and Devon of the Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian. Who else won those? There was a time that Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin won those titles. It was those titles. It's the same look, but a little flair into them, little new age flair. So, shout out to Motor City Machine Guns and DIY and the Street Profits on an incredible match and ending to that. I rated that match. I rated it an 8. It was low as a fucking 6, but Street Profits, they pushed that bitch to an 8. So shout out to them. Let me see. Let's talk about the ladder match. The Undisputed WWE Championships on the line. Not only the Undisputed title, but the Winged Eagle title. The legendary one, wore by Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Sergeant Slaughter, Bret the Hitman Hart, Big Daddy Cool Diesel, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Who else had it? It was retired by Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 14 in 98. Those titles were hung up in a ladder match between the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. I'm not gonna lie, I went for Kevin Owens. I thought this was his moment to finally win the titles, win a match. 3 matches, a trilogy with Cody Rhodes. I don't know, it doesn't seem intriguing to keep having Cody win over and over again. So, but it made me, this match and everything that happened in it really made me distracted on who I wanted to win. To me, it didn't matter anymore. Rather if it was Cody, rather if it was Kevin, it was an exciting fucking match from beginning to end. I just love the stone cold look that Kevin Owens gives. Like, I don't give a fuck. Do your thing. You wanna whoa, pyro everywhere, all of that shit. Like, I think this is a very entertaining Kevin. I'm cool with this Kevin for a while. Don't get me wrong, Kevin Owens as a baby face is always fun. His feud with Logan Paul for the US title was always interesting. His funny moments with Randy Orton being what was the shirt that they were always doing? There was RKO, like, combined, since one is RKO and the other one's KO. So those were entertaining Kevin Owens, but this is one of my favorites, and the moves that they were doing, you know what I mean? Like fucking suplexes on the ladders, you know what I mean? It was fucking crazy. And Sami Zayn coming in to help Kevin Owens was kind of, I gotta say, it was kind of like nerve-wracking. Was like, is this how he's gonna lose it? But that Alabama slam through the fucking, like, it was a perfect setup for the Alabama Slam. And it was a perfect setup to do the Alabama Slam, where Kevin Owens perfectly went through the ladder. Not only went through the ladder, broke the ladder, ended up fucking like pretzeled upside down in it, but his head went through it to the point where it looked like it went through it like a table, but it didn't. It was actually, his head was kind of safe. I was like kind of nervous for him, but Cody Rhodes, got the titles. The images that, you see Cody on the table looking down at Kevin, getting medical treatment, getting medical attention, and Sami Zayn comforting him and everything. It was kind of like cold and cerebral. You know what I mean? No pun intended to Triple H. I rated that one a 9.5. So shout out to Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens on an incredible match. Let's get into the women's Royal Rumble. Holy shit, we had some interesting moments. Some things I called correctly, some things I didn't. Let me see what we got. Okay, Liv Morgan was a part of it. Raquel Rodriguez, women's Intercontinental Champion. Lyra Valkyria was a part of it. Women's U.S. Champion Chelsea Green with Piper Niven. Last year's Royal Rumble winner, Bayley, trying to make a back-to-back moment. Bianca and Naomi, the tag team champions, were there. Io Sky. Let's call what I didn't get correct. Jade Cargill did not make her a long-awaited return. So I'm kind of curious on how this story is going to pop off, when she comes back, who attacked her and everything, who cost her, one half of the tag team championships. I'm still going with Bianca Belair as the guilty culprit, but she didn't return. I was falling for the hype with everybody saying that AJ Lee, CM Punk's wife and former Divas champion, was going to make her a long-awaited return. They all wanted it at number 30, and it turns out I was wrong. Everyone was wrong. It happened to be Nikki Bella. Now, am I happy to see Nikki Bella? I mean, whatever. I mean, her turning heel and turning on her twin sister Brie Bella probably was the biggest moment I ever saw in Nikki Bella. You know what I mean? It wasn't the intergender tag team match with her and her former flame, John Cena, against The Miz and Maurice. I didn't give a shit about that. John Cena proposing to her, I didn't give a shit about that. That had no hype behind it, such as, compared to Macho Man Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth. So I don't know why would that even be number 30 when, in the end of the day, the biggest pops of that Royal Rumble was 3 women I saw, and one of them I called was coming. The biggest pops in this order to me was Alexa Bliss returning, the former world champion, former women's Money in the Bank, Miss Money in the Bank. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? She made a long-awaited return after getting married and having a child and everything. Got right back in shape. The biggest pop of that Royal Rumble, with her jacket, that's a shout out to the legend Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, rest in peace. That was the biggest pop. Second pop was Charlotte Flair, the Queen, making her a long-awaited return. That was a good pop, with her pyro. And the third pop to me was definitely former TNA Knockouts World Champion Jordynne Grace, who was also a former TNA Knockout and now the newest member of the WWE. So shout out to Jordynne Grace. She's one of my favorites in TNA, if not my favorite TNA Knockout. And now she's top 3 of my favorites in the women's division of WWE. I can't wait. Congratulations to her. definitely, she made a fucking mark on, the wrestling industry last year, being a TNA knockout champion, defending it in TNA, defending it in NXT, challenging NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez at the time, made a big mark, and now she's back, but this time under the WWE umbrella. I can't wait. She's well deserved it. She killed the pandemic, with title wins and title defenses. She closed out her TNA career, paying homage to legend Tessa Blanchard, before walking out over there in Genesis. So I can't wait to see what she can do. I don't know what she should be in the majors. If I'm in creative, I think I will put her back in NXT. She's got some unfinished business in NXT, and it's very spicy over there. Got a lot of rematches she could have, a lot of newcomer matches with Stephanie Valker and Julia, rematch with Roxanne, match with Cara Jade. There's plenty of matches that she can do. So shout out to Jordan Grace and welcome to the WWE. But I called it. Charlotte Flair. Go on my last episodes of the Royal Rumble. I called it. Charlotte Flair was going to win the Royal Rumble. Yo, mark my fucking words. Now it comes very interesting on who she's going to choose. Last time she won the Royal Rumble in 2020, she chose, at the time, NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. That was that WrestleMania that was in a motherfucking warehouse. It was so terrible to watch, but a great match. The last, she has Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley to choose. Last time they tangled up was at WrestleMania 39 and so at SoFi Stadium, where she passed the torch to Rhea, and Rhea's career just literally blew up after that. So I think she could definitely choose that, and there's a story behind it. You could do a trilogy with her and Rhea, so there's history there. Or you got the newcomer, you know what I mean? Tiffany Stratton. With the WWE Women's Championship. That could be interesting, but I don't really think there's enough story in there. I really think she's going to end up choosing Rhea. I think Rhea just finished her storyline with Liv Morgan. I think whoever wins the Elimination Chamber for the women at the Elimination Chamber should definitely get the match with Tiffany Stratton. I think that will be opening up a new, fresh storyline for her, no matter who it is. But I think Rhea and Charlotte will be on a biggest, bigger than WrestleMania 39. Obviously, WrestleMania 41 in Vegas would definitely be interesting to see them two tangle up. So shout out to Charlotte Flair and welcome back, sweetheart. Now the men. I rated that Royal Rumble an 8. Okay, it should have been. There's certain things that I made it into an 8, but it's still great. It's still a great rate. So shout out to the women in the WWE. Shout out to Roxanne Perez, yo. She was the runner-up. She fucking killed it. Long record of longest active in the Women's Royal Rumble. And shout out to Nia Jax for fucking just being a dominant force. You know what I mean? Irresistible force. No pun intended. Now, for the Men's Royal Rumble, holy shit. This was the most packed Royal Rumble and competitive Royal Rumble of all time. So much hype. So much pops into this. Let me get it started. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rey Mysterio and Penta, who started the Royal Rumble. Penta fucking killed it with over 42 minutes in the fucking Royal Rumble. Killed it. Great pops and fucking really been put over. He well deserved. I can't wait to see what he does. They said they got some big plans for him come WrestleMania, so I can't wait to see what it does. Right? If he's gonna go for a championship, or we're gonna see, two of the biggest luchadors in this industry right now, past and present, Penta versus Rey Mysterio. Who knows? Maybe we even get a tag team match. You know what I mean? Why not do a tag team match with Rey Mysterio and Penta versus fucking Dominic Mysterio and a fucking partner of his choosing who's a luchador as well? That'd be interesting. Let me see. Sammy was in it. LA Knight was in it. U.S. Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. I can't believe iShowSpeed showed up. One of the top streamers out there. And he fucking he eliminated Otis. You know what I mean? And eliminating Otis, and then he fucking does a backflip perfectly. Shout out to him. He got his moment, but he got fucking twisted inside out by fucking Braun Breaker, Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker. Holy shit, that was fucking terrible. I don't know what hurt more. Probably the shoulder to his fucking rib cage, his chest, the fucking snap on the neck. Who the fuck knows? That was fucking bad. Super bad. Oh, damn, felt hard for them. And then when he got eliminated by Braun, he fucking Otis literally tossed him over his head and fucking ended up in the table. He was, oh, damn, he's gonna need some time to fucking heal from that. So, shout out to him. We had Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso in there. Number 30 came Logan Paul. Damn, that moment where you got fucking Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, fucking going face to face with John Cena. Then you hear the countdown, and here comes CM Punk. Now they're looking at each other, and then after that countdown, Seth freaking Rollins came. Holy shit. That right there. Shout out to even Jacob Fatu, who was killing it in the Royal Rumble with his eliminations. You know what I mean? Fucking highlight of the moment was fucking when Roman and Seth had their moment. Two former brothers of the Shield going at it, eliminating each other. Not even eliminating each other, trying to eliminate each other. And then here comes fucking CM Punk eliminating him. Logan Paul eliminates CM Punk, which is fucking instant karma, saying he ain't never lost to Logan Paul. That's some history right there. But when it was all said and done, Logan Paul gets eliminated by John Cena, and the last two of the Royal Rumble was John Cena and Jey Uso. Jey Uso, my pick, got you, eliminated John Cena. Jey Uso's going on to WrestleMania. Shout out to him. Nearly over a year ago, he was undisputed tag team champions, not only with his brother, Jimmy Uso, but also with Cody Rhodes. And then 4 months ago, he was Intercontinental Champion. Now he has a chance to go for the world title, a world championship that's eluded him for the last fucking 4 years. He had 3 undisputed championship matches with Roman, could not win them. World title championship opportunities against Damian Priest and Seth Rollins and Gunther recently, could not get him. Now he's coming back for it. Who he should choose? I think there's more story behind Gunther. I think it will be more shine against him and Gunther at WrestleMania than it would be with him and Cody. Cody, 2 baby faces. I think we could do something better for Cody. But I rated that Royal Rumble a 9.5. That was a great Royal Rumble. Got it. Shout out to all the superstars that were in that one. Best entrance. Woo! I gotta give it to Alexa Bliss, Undisputed Champ and American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, John Cena, and himself, TNA World Champion Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. Big pop for him. MVP, I gotta give it to a lot. I gotta give it to Jacob Fatu, Seth freaking Rollins, Roman Reigns, Jordan Grace, Penta, IShow Speed, and Logan Paul. All of them MVPs of the night. And ring attire, I'm going to give it to Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Charlotte Flair, Logan Paul, and Penta. Okay? That's all we got for Wrestling Talk. Hope y'all enjoyed the Royal Rumble over in Indianapolis. Can't wait. We got the Elimination Chamber March 1st in Toronto. You know what I'm saying? A big stadium with a Toronto Blue Jays player. I think it's Rogers. I don't know. Maybe on the next episode we'll figure out what's the name of their stadium. They very much don't get talked about much, but we're on the road to WrestleMania, where I will see you there live in Las Vegas at the Allegiant Stadium. Okay, this is your boy Eddie Jax. Subscribe to the page, like the page. You already know what the fuck it is. All right, peace.